Howdy. It is 3:33 in the afternoon on August 21st, 2021. Excuse me. Now I've got to call the engine hospital here in a minute. I forgot to. I need to write myself a note to do that. And I picked the one pen that doesn't work. Let me try this one out of my pocket. Yeah, it works kinda. Yesterday I didn't do a vlog. I didn't feel real well, and Linda and I had to go to Ada so she could get a blood test done. And then we went and ate at Blue Moon Cafe, which I'm sad to say was a mistake. They evidently have a new cook. Her Diner's Delight is supposed to be a salad and a hamburger steak. It was burnt in the size of a hockey puck. I ordered the catfish. It was dry. It was way overcooked. It was hard. And I don't like that, really. I haven't contacted Clifton Saint yet to let him know. I will. And today I got in here about 1 or 2 o'clock, I don't know exactly. Brandon and I had to go to Walmart. I had to take care of some stuff, had to put money on my Walmart burner card to pay for some stuff online. I do not use a bank card online. I just don't. Well, with the exception of my internet bill, I do pay it with a bank card, but the problem I've had is people get it once and then they go in and they plunder your account. And on the burner card at Walmart, it's never got enough money on it that it makes any difference. I've been working on a couple of little I don't know if you'd call them a laptop or a bifold tablet. I've got one of my Dell laptops on the chair over there. I'm just not going to work on it today. These are Acers. You can see it there. It's not very big. It does open up. Has a little screen. The other one was absolutely hopeless. I had 2 of them I got out of a storage unit. That one I bought a charger for. I'm going to see if it'll charge and work, and if it doesn't, I paid $9 for the charger. It's not that big a deal. But if it doesn't, I'll do like I did on the other one. I actually extract gold out of those things, out of the old stuff like that. And I told my son Brandon I'll give him a bunch of computer stuff once he gets his smithy shop finished and show him how to get the gold. I have a process that doesn't use harsh chemicals. It just takes longer. Now you can expedite it a little bit by putting an air pump on it and changing the fluid about every third day. You strain it, change the fluid. I'm not going to give away the fluid. It's real simple. And oh, what the hell, I'll tell you in case you ever want to do it. Get you a big jar, like a gallon jar. Take the memory boards, anything that's got that aluminum foil in it. You put about half the jar, you put some distilled vinegar in it. If you can get the stronger vinegar, that would be better. Put it in there, put a handful of table salt, stir it up, drop your stuff in it, get a fish pump for like an aquarium, run the tube down in there, set it in there, and what happens, your water will turn dark, or your solution will turn dark green. And that is where it's dissolving the dye off of the memory boards and whatever. I like small motherboard, bust it up, throw it in there. All those little teats on there and little prongs are gold plated. There's not a lot of gold on them. Some of the older computers and older laptops, though, you can take the CPU, the central processing unit, which is a square deal usually, take it out, bust it open, and the filaments in there are 24 karat gold. It's trial and error, reading up on it, studying it. But what you do a 3-time wash on that thing. So you're going to have basically 2 gallons of vinegar and some table salt. You put it in there, and you basically, it dissolves it separates the glue from the board you put in there. And a lot of those boards have copper plating under them. You can get copper out of them too. But when you get all those foils boiled off of that thing, and you're not really boiling them, there's no heat involved, you rinse all that out, you strain it. I strain them through a coffee filter. I put them in a smaller container, and I pour extra strength hydrogen peroxide in there, and what that does, it further gets rid of all the glue on those foils. Now, a lot of people disagree with what I'm about to say, but I've got 6 ounces of gold in it, or 4 ounces of 24K gold in buttons that I did this with, and it's assayed out exactly what I said. You have to be patient. It takes a bit of time to get everything done. The big problem after that, after the hydrogen peroxide, then you strain the foils again on a lot of, let's say you got 10 computers that you get all the foils out of and off and separated, and you get the glue melted off of them. You get them in there, you get them cleaned off. That's still not pure gold. You've got to melt the gold. And the way you do that is you've got to have a crucible, which is a little heat-proof little smelting thing. See if I got one I can show you. I should have, I just don't. I hate this. Like that's one of my little components I was talking about. This is actually one of the bigger crucibles, but it's fireproof, you know. And you got to season it first. You put your let me get, oh, you put your foils in there. Put a little bit of borax in there. I use 20 mule team like you wash clothes with, just like half a tablespoon. It takes a while to get enough foil that you're going to basically halfway fill that larger crucible. You can get smaller ones. You can use a smelter if you got a smelter, but the bottom line I'm talking about right now is you put all that stuff in there. You take a MAP gas or an oxyacetylene torch. A propane torch will not do it. I'm sorry, but it won't. And it also dirties up the gold. But you lay it in there on a bed of borax. You start melting that stuff little at a time, and they just curl up. And a half of a crucible that size, you'll get about maybe 1/4 of an ounce of gold out of it. So it's not something you're going to get rich off of, and you've got to keep melting the stuff and keep adding the borax to it, you know. But if you're not doing anything with your time anyway and you want to make a little bit of money, you can do that. Now, the other problem you're going to have is selling the gold. There are very few people that give you what you need out of the gold. And most pawn shops, they'll give you about 40% of what the spot market is on the gold. If gold's going for $1,600 an ounce, they'll give you about $600 for an ounce of it. They have to make money. That's how they make money. They turn around and sell it. When they get scrap gold in the way of jewelry, pawn shops, they just get the stones out of it. Most pawn shops have a way to verify the caliber of the stone. My younger brother owns Chris Sewell Jewelers over in McAlester, Oklahoma. He ships his extra gold off if he's not using it. I've got some gold put back. There's nobody, there's an old man that has he buys coins, silver and gold over here in Davis, and he gives you about 60% of spot market on stuff. I took some junk silver to him just to see what it'd do, and he's got to make money. So it's not something you're going to get rich from. A lot of people think, wow, I got an ounce of gold, I got 16. No, you don't have $1,600. There's a place down in Dallas you can drive down to and spend the money for fuel, take it down there and take it into them, and if spot market says that it's $1,000 an ounce, you'll get 72% of spot because they got to make money. So on $1,000 you'll get $720. That's why I really don't do a lot of scrapping, because there's no money in it, not real money. I can sit in here and make more money just talking on the phone and doing e-commerce and dealing with folks and doing consulting and other businesses I have than trying to do that and get rich. The one thing I really like about the system I came up with is, and I'm the one that came up with it, it wasn't these guys on YouTube. They took my idea because I'd mentioned it in a video before, and now they're big shots. They know all about it. Well, that's fine. I'm not trying to denigrate or cause problems for anyone. But if you're watching this and you want to make a little money, you can do that. It takes a while to do it. And you also got to have the computer components. You can do it with old radios, transistor radios. You can do it with old, just about any old electronic appliance. But you need to stay away from microwave ovens, because the coil in that thing can and will kill you if you don't know how to properly drain it. But anything that has an electric conveyance, the little gold looking things are not brass, because it's cheaper on the folks making that stuff to actually use gold electroplate on it. And they all have gold foil on them, you know. And especially the old televisions and the old computers and old radios. What else is going on with Pawpaw today? Well, after I get off of this, I'm going to get my other chair and roll across the room to my keyboard and finally see what I got to do to get it running. Move it and run an extension cord, power supply, and get it so that it's playable. And then after that, I'm going into the house and spending the rest of the evening with my sweetheart, Linda. I've been getting to do some more of that, and now that my office doesn't look like a slop pit and it looks like it's an actual room, it's a lot easier on my psychological health. I mean, I'm just going to be blunt about it. It was so depressing being in here, seeing those chipboard walls and the dark and the ugly. The dark, I got to kind of keep it dark because I have an eye problem. But it's pretty in here now, and I like that. It keeps me happier. And I've got a ton of stuff to do today, but I had to basically build one miniature laptop out of two, and I think this one will tomorrow. It takes a while to charge it up and get it so it's functional. And I believe I will be able to get it to work. And if I don't, I'll pull it apart and I'll use it for the gold in it. Just like my Dell laptop over there on one of them on the chair. It needs to be taken apart and cleaned out physically. Whether I get that done or not, I don't know. The worst thing that'll happen is I'll have an extra battery and I can take it. I bought one just like it off a friend of mine that's got a pawn shop, and that's my laptop in the house. I gave my tablet I bought, or my Chromebook, to my granddaughter Aurora. She's got to start school here in a week. And right now she's filling the pool and cleaning it out. She's going to vacuum it out so everybody can use it. It's been neglected. It's been so hot that it's not been something anybody's really wanted to do, is get in the pool. And it's been chemicaled and vacuumed. What else is going on with Pawpaw? Well, not a whole lot. My son Brandon and I went and bought goodies at Walmart for what I call the goodie drawer. He got Play-Doh. Nick's youngest son has to have Play-Doh or he goes crazy. And like I said, I'm in here doing stuff. When I get done doing this, I'll put this on a flash drive and take the flash drive and load this video on it, bring it back over here and put it in this computer and upload it so y'all can visit with me, or I can visit with you. Mom and John, I hope life is treating you well, and I absolutely mean that. Michael, Paul, I hope things are going well for you. I hope you're doing well, little brother. Chris in Florida, Bubba, I hope you're doing well. Monty Jones in Lone Grove, America, I hope you're doing well. That's about all I got today. I'm just, that and the mice are about to run me out of here. I've got glue traps out and haven't caught any yet. But I will. They can only resist the sweet smell of English walnuts so long. And then they get stuck and I kill them and throw them in the dumpster. Folks, God bless you, and I mean that. And I love everybody watching this and everybody that's not watching this, and I mean that. I've got to get off of here and finish up. Why? Because I'm lazy. I want to go in the house. Love you, God bless you. And like the sign says, be kind, and if you can't be kind, be accurate. Bye.